It was at that moment that I found out that if I get better at my instrument, I can get better gigs and I can make more money. Hi, I'm Matt.
And I'm Matt.
We're with the Thrust Mats. We make funky psychedelic music. We want to give a big thank you to Raps and Apps and the Coastal Bend Community Foundation for making the Golden Mic possible and supporting local musicians. I'm from Corpus Christi, Texas. Music was a big part of growing up in my household. We had music playing all the time, and I have a lot of family members who are musicians, and I grew up around that atmosphere, and it shaped the kind of musician that I was growing up.
Originally from over the bridge in Portland, moved to Corpus in 2019. Music was loud in the household. Grew up on Kiss and stuff, saw the first concert video, the Kiss My Ass video when I was 5. My dad, he's a drummer, so I kind of latched on to that. Once you start latching on to your instrument that kind of speaks to you the best, whether you're a vocalist, guitar player, bass player, drummer, whatever you are, you just, you want to improve. Then you go see other people, other bands, open mics, and you're like, I want to go home and practice, kind of gives you that internal feeling. I used to go to the Wednesday night surf club religiously in high school. And then once I got out of high school, realized I can, make money like my dad has for a long time and pay the rent with rock and roll, man.
I've been making music on a serious note for about 15, 16 years.
You kind of have some garage jams. Then you graduate to being a skilled musician, where you get gigs and you get paid for it. As far as taking it seriously in that regard, probably 12 years.
We do this not because of any outside force. We do this because we genuinely love to make music and love to play for people. 5 years ago, before COVID happened, we had a band called the Arcade Hustlers, and that was a big driving force for me and Matt. And we, went on tour throughout the United States, and we're playing big showcases, and then COVID happened, and the whole world kind of shut down. So from that's how the Thrust Mats became a band. And then kind of out of this craziness started this new relationship of friends. And now here we are 5 years later. So now we play music for ourselves here in the community, but we also love building our community and the musicians around us. This is the only place where I could say that other musicians fully support other musicians, where everybody's going to each other's shows, everybody's trying to push each other to the next level and to make better music, and that really comes across in our community here, and it's super awesome to see.
A lot of new bands are coming up, a lot of unseen, untapped potential, and I really feel now more than ever is a very important time. It doesn't cost anything for you to show the love for the homies and just be somebody's playing down at the Exchange, the House of Rock, wherever in the local downtown area. It's just there's always something going on.
I think people outside of Corpus Christi don't know how much talent is here and how much it is a melting pot of different genres of music and also different cultures and people. People move to Corpus Christi every day from all over the world and all over the country. So they bring their flavor to the table, and it has really created a melting pot of sounds here. And it is on track, in my opinion, to be the next Austin.
I draw a lot of inspiration from my father. I think that goes without saying. I mean, for me personally, blues and rock and roll, and whether it's one of the 10 bands that he plays in.
Definitely influenced by his father mainly, Anton Perez, and Ray Summy, who has been a part of this community forever. But those two people directly influenced our playing and the way that this band is set up, because we're pretty much just carrying the torch of what they've been doing here in Corpus for 30 plus years. The mood of our music is a good time.
It's if you saw ZZ Top on acid. Biggest artist influences, I would have to say, it started with Kiss, the whole makeup thing, it's just stuff like that, and the old rock and roll, Maiden, Priest, all those old, heavy metal rock bands, and then stuff like that. And
then you learn where all that music came from, James Brown, and
funk,
funk, and just discovering all that kind of music, and then it translating through us, metamorphosizing. ZZ Top, I guess, or Tenacious D. We're real silly. We play a lot of silly music, and we just having a fun time with the audience.
We got graced with the name as the silliest band in the land, and now we're just embracing it. What makes it sound unique?
Man,
always willing to space out, add solos,
Yes.
ad lib music on the fly.
Not being afraid to see where a song can go. A lot of people pitch themselves into 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. We like to really experiment and take it to some weird places where we didn't even think it could go, and that makes it special for the audience. We really like it when other people appreciate our music, but we go out there every night wanting to play for ourselves. When we have fun, everybody else does too. When somebody listens to our music,
I hope they feel like they just want to like forget where they are for a little while, get a shot, get a beer, smoke a cigarette, smoke other stuff, do what you want to do. You know, just vibe out, have a good time, man. Music in general, you know, you just kind of like want to forget where you are for a little while and just hang out and just be surrounded by, you know, just homies or family, you know, just hang out.
we have a lot of different fans, so it's kind of hard to nail down a specific type or a specific person. We do such a variety of music that we have families who are fans of us, and we have single people who are fans of us, and everything in between. So we like to be able to make sure everybody's included in the musical choice that we pick. I mean, we have a lot of people who come up to us and they say, you know, your music really touched us because we're on a date tonight, or this is our wedding anniversary, and we really love that you played this slow song, and it really like took us back to when we were young and first dating and stuff like that. So that really, like, those experiences mean a lot, and when we can touch people in those nostalgic kind of ways with the music that we play. Being selected to the Golden Mic means a lot for us because it's, one, we need new promotional materials. So it's good for us on a business side because we're able to update our resume and we can send it to a lot of these new venues that require more of a digital footprint. And also it's good because Raps and Apps is giving us a chance to record a professional audio song and a video, which is huge for any kind of local artist, because in this modern day and age, you have to have visuals as long as professional audio to really get your art across. And if not, then you can go unseen. So it's great to have that kind of platform given to us.
I feel privileged to, you know, have this opportunity, you know.
Opportunities matter like this for musicians in the Coastal Bend because a lot of people don't have the resources to get their music professionally recorded or video or a lot of those types of things. So it's hard for an artist to break through no matter how talented they are because they lack those kinds of resources. So this is great for this foundation to help these local artists and really elevate them to the next level. To any musicians thinking about applying for next time, do it. Just shoot it out there. Don't be in your head about whether or not, oh, I'm not gonna get accepted or whatever. You never know. Send it out there, and once it's out there, you know, all they can say is no. And if they say yes, it's the best opportunity you're gonna have.
If they say no, just try again. Favorite song that we've made? Zombie. It's a good one.
My favorite song that the Tres Mats has made, it's called Tamalito, and it's a Christmas song that we wrote about how your grandma has the fattest tamales. And we play that song every year around Christmas, and it's my favorite because we don't overplay it. We only play it. It's our holiday song, so it's my favorite one.
Stage.
Yeah, stage for
First
sure.
stage, you know.
I feel like a lot of creative people get creative at night because that's the time they try to shut their brain off, and they're not able to. They get all these different sounds and stuff they've been experiencing through the day. So that's the moment where you're left alone with just listening to them. So it's like up to the artist to either get up and record it out of bed or lose it forever and go back to sleep.
It really starts to spark at night when I'm going to bed because all the thoughts start running in your head.
Dream collaboration, Dead, it would probably be like Johnny Cash. Alive, it would be Marcus King.
Zeppelin to make a song, that would be I Could Die right after that, you know.
One word that describes our sound, ubiquity.
Funky.
One word describes me as an artist, funky.
One word to describe me as an artist?
Loud.
That's a good one.
When people hear our name in a year, I want them to think that they are still a Matt from the last time that they came to a Matt show, because everybody's a Matt when you come see the Tres Mats. When somebody thinks about our music, I want them to remember, oh my God, what did I do last night?